Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, a little midday money on a Saturday. And of course, I'm an hour late. I wanted to come in earlier today. Got a little sidetracked with some family stuff. That's what happens. You got a family. What are we going to do? But if you tune in and if you follow, whether on Twitter or the YouTube, you could always rewatch on YouTube, iHeartRadio, got you covered there as well. So like, share, subscribe, notification bells, all that good stuff. I put out a bunch of games last night here. And as I said the other day, there was going to be a gaggle, a plethora of games that I would be looking at today. And I did end up posting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 games. Few totals. But what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 underdogs. 10 of them, 6 or more. We're either going to be sitting pretty or pretty much wiping out 30 games over 500. It's and there were some close ones. I've talked about the games that are kind of close, and I'm going to put everything in the chat here for the where. Hold on a second. Oh, here they are. I was like, where are all the games? They were at the bottom of my little banners here. We got a bunch of different places to post games. And sometimes it's a little confusing if I don't delete some. So apologies. I'm going to scroll them all across the bottom. And we'll go, we'll also do, I'll read them again out in the chat. I'll post them, not individually, but per, like 2 little sections because there's just so many. The scroll keeps them all scrolling. We keep the doggies rolling. All right, we'll scroll them off. We got a rando fan today. Mike B's in the house. So a lot of games. I'll put them in the chat, as I always do, for those on Sean Higgs. And, of course, I added winners and whiners back to our family of destinations. Because when I go on Sports Grid, they always mention me from winners and whiners. So I gotta support my winners and whiners channel. So nice from Mike B. Heat road first quarter winner. Nuggets, Pellies. Hold on a second. Nuggets, Pellies. First quarter get done. VCU. You're up at the half in that game. You can't even stay within the number? That's bad. That's not good. Terrible look. Terrible look there. All right, Lauren's in the house. Good to see you. Wake Forest, an early action here. Plus 4.5 for Lauren. I'll rehash the games from last night. East Carolina, they are down 10 right now, or 8. Georgia Southern, I don't think that game has begun yet. Dartmouth, Cincinnati, Virginia, Houston, Texas Tech over. Hampton, Duke over. UCLA over. I wonder, you know what? Let's roll down here, see if any of these games spreads have changed. Georgia Southern plus 7.5 has not moved. Dartmouth plus 7.5, so you get an extra point there. Cincinnati, where's Cincinnati, Kansas? Well, there's Hampton 5.5. So that's moved the whole point from last night. And again, that was like one of my close kind of ones. Now I'm all over the place time-wise. I've lost that. I've totally lost the script here. Duke's 150.5 still. What else do we have? UCLA, same 6.5. BYU, 2.5, 3. And the added area games, Albany still at 6.5. Binghamton is 9.5 now. Loyola, Maryland is now 8.5, staying the same. West Georgia, 12.5 and 161.5. Delaware State holding steady at 5.5. That would probably be my favorite small one here. Be Delaware State 1-9 in the MEAC, only getting 5.5. Where else we're at here? Howard as a favorite today. We took the minus 12.5. Took the minus 12.5. They were up 6 here in the first half. Where else are we here? South Carolina State and Norfolk 12.5. That is down to 10.5. So South Carolina State did get some love on this one. I went opposite my thinking there. Not my thinking. I went opposite my dogs. There's North Alabama. It's now 13.5. Alabama A&M still at 6.5. And Grambling still at 5.5. So they really have not moved too much there. Again, these are all scrolling and in the comment section of YouTube. Michael B. likes Michigan today. I like Michigan as well. San Diego State. I didn't look at that matchup there. BYU, sure. Stanford, West Virginia, Georgetown, UTEP. I do like UTEP. There's a nice dog. These use up double digits. Basically 30 minutes. It went on 25-2 run. I know. I mean, come on. Are they that crap or St. Louis good? Can it be a little of both? Duquesne forlorn against Dayton today. He likes the Dukes. Where is this game? What time is it? Is it tomorrow? Kansas, Cincy. So what do I have up in the chat? I thought I had Cincinnati, right? We got Cincy 10.5. That line is down to 8.5. Where is your game here? Oh, there it is. Dayton and Duquesne, 7.5, 148.5 here for Lauren. The Dukes as a road doggy. I'm all for road doggies. Is Tennessee worth a play? Did we hit on this one last night as well, Jake? I want to say I sort of like the Vandy squad, but in this spot here, I kind of like Tennessee to get it done. You're gonna give me 3 points with Tennessee. Actually, it was 4.5 last night, if I remember correctly. Now, I like Tennessee. Listen, Jess. Mr. Numbers wants you banned because your undefeated run ended the other day with your Sacramento State game. And please, I haven't heard the end of it. He's on X basically telling me I have to retire. That I got to retire because of my my run. Here we go. Look at this nut job. Losing day for the Primo people. 6-14 since the 15th. All right, so I'm 6-14. Again, he's got the Gamblers World stats up there. So of course I had to hit him with the stats. I said, last 30 days, number one in money. Last 60 days, number one. Last 30 days, college hoops, number one. Last 60 days, college hoops, number one. Current season, number one in total money. I know this is why I say, Jess, and we love Mr. Numbers, but the poors and the brokies will always be brokies. The average bettor will not make money because they see a 5-day run and they're out of cash. Well, told me to block you. VCU struggles in close games. I've watched VCU's close games crumble at the end, either blow teams out or choke. I mean, they sure as heck choked it away. They don't have to cut these guys off. They never buy premium pick. The free picks always win. I tell Mr. Numbers, I said I want the freebie followers. I want them living under a highway underpass with no cell phone reception. Sacramento State again today. What do we got here in the? Hold on, let me pull this guy up. Where are they? Oh, Sacramento State. Where are you, my friends? What time's this game? I'm guessing it's a late game. All right, 10 o'clock. Here we go. Home doggies. To the Vandals of Idaho? All right. 3.5 point dogs here, huh? I'll take Sacramento State again with you. Listen, you're home. 4 straight losses, though. Not a good look. Not a good look for our guys. But again, how's Idaho State, 9-15 ATS, favorite on the road? Just as a trig, recommend LaSalle +4. I don't know if I get there with that one. I won't, Jake. I don't know who Trig is. Adam Trigger? LaSalle? The Explorers? Listen, I go LaSalle. I just think Lionel Simmons, the L train for LaSalle. All right. Rhode Island coming to town. 4-point doggies. You beat them last game, January 7th, in Rhode Island. You beat them. You've won actually 3 of the 4 outright the last 4. You're on a 2-8 straight up run. Not good. You've covered your last 2 as big dogs, though. 11.5 on the road, 13 at home. Duquesne, VCU, St. Louis, Low-Shy. Oh, my goodness. First game for Rhode Island. They got a road game after this, so it's first of 2 on the road. They beat it. You know what? I can see why he likes St. Louis. Excuse me, why he likes Rhode Island. Because they're like LaSalle over Rhode Island, right? They got Rhode Island coming off a big upset win over St. Louis. And now you're hitting the road as a favorite. Yeah, no, I got to agree with that kind of look. I agree. Sacramento State had 8 healthy players last game versus EW. They're missing top 3 scores without Mikey Williams. They stink. I did my undergrad study at Sac State and watched a lot of their games. You miss your top 3 scores, whether you're Sacramento State or Duke, you're probably going to have a little bit of a problem. I had a client playing Sacramento State team total. I mentioned in chat that I like them. That was very unofficial free pick. Hey, listen. You know that you know that the chat, and specifically that guy's gonna come. He's gonna come at you. I told people in January to fade Bowling Green in February. Did you, Gary? You're not a big Bowling Green Falcon guy? Let's see. The Mac. Mac Attack. Bowling Green. They're not playing. They played yesterday. So, okay. Gary's coming in to hype up his Miami, Ohio play yesterday, an undefeated team, talking about Bowling Green. I mean, why would you be who's their scheduling for Bowling Green? I mean, in January, let's go through this, Gar, because I didn't realize Bowling Green was a ranked team in January. Bowling Green past results. Let's see. They were 1, 2, 3, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3, 10-4, 11-4, 11-5, 11-6. Oh, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 6-3, 7-3, 10-3, 10-4 into February or into January. Then they go 10-4. Then they're in conference play. 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5. All right, not going out on a limb because they're 13-9, not a good team, and they are 3-3 in February. 10 guy, I found them. We found them. Home dog. We're taking them. Percentage and attempts. Second one, I'll say it again. Check the injury report. You heard it here. Jess, he says this guy's out. Texas and Georgia. I lean Georgia there. I will take the Georgia squad in this one. Let's see if we can. What kind of movement we have here on this game? Give me Georgia at home. And again, with these kind of games, 2-point spread at home, 2.5. Texas got Florida next. A trip to Vandy for Georgia. South Carolina, Alabama at home. I mean, I'd lean Georgia. Miami, Virginia. I like the Virginia Cavaliers here. I mean, it's a big number, but that's kind of why I like it. That's kind of why I like Virginia. I thought I put or at least I came close to using Virginia. It is real love. Look, Virginia right here, -8.5. It's up here. Free pick today on the screen. Virginia. I got a little Virginia for you. Cavaliers over the Canes. 94 in their last game. Who's that for? Sacramento escaped again. I'm with you. You don't have to convince me to take Sacramento State plus 3.5 at home. Mike B was just telling you. Gary, Bowling Green young team. Yeah, well, 3-5 in January in conference play and 3-3 in February. Those guys have been for a while as long as the profit is healthy. Williams has been out for 3 games. Cherry's been out a while, but he is supposed to suit up versus EW. Look, team total over is different than winning the game. Might have to follow the team total. You're onto something there. Sacramento State in the chat, team total. Over for Sacramento State. SF Niners coming in. 3-team parlay and soccer. 2 games tied. Down to my last leg. Dortmund money line. Mr. Soccer. Oh, Niner fan. Niner fan, you going to be in Vegas in March? You know? Be in town? At Jesse might be comments related to winning game. When you're down 20 the whole game, the other team usually stops playing defense. Now you're sounding like Mr. Numbers. Am I going to watch Canada beat USA for hockey gold tomorrow? More. No, I'm not going to watch hockey tomorrow. No hockey. Wake Forest +5. What's going on in these early games? 28-20 Wake Forest. I have East Carolina down 22-13. We're getting 6.5. So we're in striking distance. King D's in the house. Yeah, I like a lot of action today. I don't think Idaho beats anybody by 20 on the road. That's for sure. Central Connecticut and Chicago State. See, we can go off grid here. You want to go to added games? Central Connecticut 3.5-point favorite. Where's my numbers here? You know, Chicago State's been playing better. This doesn't fit into my parameters. More, I like to take road teams in these kind of spots. Real love. Getting some points. In this case here, we have Central Connecticut laying. Okay, I want to lean to the home dog here. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, let me look at their the conference here. So after reeling off 4 wins in 5 games, Chi State's dropped their last 2 by 18, and then fairly ridiculous got them by 1. You know what? As much as I sort of like the home dog in this spot, I could see Central Connecticut winning this one and covering. You know, in their conference play away games here, they beat Lemoyne by 10, Francis by 8, Mercyhurst 18, 2 at Stonehill, 7 at Wagner. Excuse me, they lost at Mercyhurst. Lost at Stonehill. You beat Wagner by 7. New Haven by 5. Fairleigh by 6. Yeah, you know what? I guess push comes to shove, I might like Central Connecticut here. I like, listen, you want to see some of my other games I like in conferences like this? Here you go. Albany, Binghamton, Loyola, Maryland, West Georgia, Delaware State, Howard, Norfolk. Although Howard and Norfolk, I went with the favorites in these. North Alabama, Alabama A&M, Grambling. A lot of road dogs. A lot of road dogs, real love. Howard up 6 right now with 5 minutes to go in the first half in this Howard game. North Carolina money line, half unit. That screams. I mean, is that a 1 now? A 1 point. They went from 3 to a 1. First of all, even a 3, it was kind of like your antennas got to go up. 1 point, right? The game's 1 now. Yeah, I'm not. No, thank you. I'm sorry. Syracuse is a 2.5-point favorite now. Went from a 3.5-point dog to a 2.5-point favorite. For betting hockey tomorrow, under is the play. 3-2 says Jesse. Wine Time's in the house. Good to see Wine Time. Central Florida and the Utes. Huge Big 12 rivalry. These guys go back for decades facing each other. There's nothing better than Big 12 football, Big 12 basketball between UFC and Utah. Look at this. Look at this mess. I'm old enough to remember Utah was good with Keith Van Horn. Remember those days. UFC is a tough squad. I obviously I don't like 1.5s. Right? You got an 18-win team versus a 10-win team, and the spread is 1. Don't love that. They lost on the road at Cincy, lost at Houston. No shame there. You beat Colorado, lost at Iowa State, beat bad K-State team. Utah just broke a 7-game losing streak, beating West Virginia. I'm trying to see in similar kind of spreads how did they do in these games. Arizona State, loser. Oklahoma State, loser. I guess TCU put a 4 in there. They won that. They were a 4-point dog winning at home. I mean, Central Florida looks like the easy play, but are they really that easy? Not again. This is one of those I would rather be on the home team when it looks too good to be true. Take the better team. I get that. But no, I'm going to have to say Utah for me. Baylor, Arizona State. Another game here. I'd lay with Baylor. This one I'll be a little more firm with than the Utah game. But you want to do some Baylor Bears minus a touchdown. Actually, it's higher now. It was 7 last night. I wrote it down. Now it is 8. Take Baylor. That would be my favorite of your 2 Big 12s. Arizona plus 9.5 at minus 154 versus Houston. I'm not going to say, I mean, listen, do I like the minus 154 there, Gary? No, I don't love that stuff. But do I think it's a 10-point game? Probably like 6-10. I would rather, if I'm going to do something like that, I would rather go Houston side to minus 9.5 for plus money, to be honest with you. Maryland Crab Cake Football. Let's check them out. Terps in Washington. Moneyline Maryland at home. They are a 4-point home dog for the game, where they are 6-6. Let's see, Washington 3-7 road. Yeah, listen. Wow, how about Washington 7-3 ATS run here, huh? At home, we took care of Iowa, 10-point dog. Ohio State crushed you. Purdue crushed you. Beat Penn State. Washington, I'm putting there as a so-so team. I don't hate this here. Plus 134, King Day. High point on the money line. So here we go. We're going to go high point. I mean, obviously they're favored. We're going to lay 350. You don't want to lay 10? Minus 350, Josh? Josh, this is not, I mean, this is not long-term winning strategy here. Minus 340s. You want to, I mean, you want to lay 10? Okay, I can get behind laying 10. Do I want to lay 340? Winthrop beat them 92-75 last game. It's revenge. I get it. We gotta get back. That was our last loss 9 games ago. I'm not telling you. No way. 340. We're trying to find something in the NBA. Suns first quarter. Or KD over points. KD loves to play at the Garden. I don't think the Knicks have anyone to guard them. And the Knicks are terrible. That was just a terrible game versus Detroit. I'll be fading the Knicks for the rest of the year. Why don't we see on Tony's show anymore? Dad, it was just too many videos. Real love. Every morning I do. I've done this show for 5 years, day and night. I got other videos. I do Gambler's World 5 days a week. Video there. Picks Parlays video. Winners of Honors video. It's too much. Too much. Nebraska money line. Minus 1,800. What about you? We could parlay them up. It's a nice money line parlay. What could go wrong? What can go wrong? Hedge at Houston minus 4.5. Houston 4.5, and then on Arizona plus 9.5. And you're going to look for a middling. Again, if I was going to do a 9.5, I wouldn't lay to 150. I'd rather say, you know what? Maybe Houston beats them by 10. Arizona, hit a little wall. They were 23-0. Pistons as a dog or a bet on Pistons. Yeah, yes. And that's all fine and dandy, Michael. But I looked at it as you're coming on the All-Star break. You're going to be as good as you're going to be prepare-wise. At least you'd think you would be. A team that just whooped your ass by 20 points or whatever the hell they beat you the last 2 games. You don't show up at home? These numbers are wonderful. But you know what? I didn't play the Pistons. I'm 7-7 in NBA. I don't play a lot of NBA because it's football season. It's NFL. It's college football. It's college basketball. But in that spot, how don't you show up versus a team that's whooped your butt twice? It's bad. Like the Celtics. What did the Celtics showed up and whooped your boys out in Golden State? That's what you do. You come out of the break, you're a good team. You want to say we're a good team, and you beat a team, especially a team that's beat you, that you're chasing. Okay, busy guy. It's what. Listen, real love. It's I like doing it, but it was it's a long show, right? You got a lot of cats on there. And you do that for an hour, and then I go into and especially during football season, I do Tony's show from what was that? 9:45 for an hour. 10 o'clock, I'd go into on a Monday to Joe Madden show. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I go into Gambler's World at that time frame. Right after that. Then I go right into my show, midday. It's that is for me. I'm Central Time. That is 4 straight hours. Alumni night in Maryland. A lot of great Maryland players. Steve Blake, running backs, Ron Dixon will be in attendance tonight. I just like it. They're getting 4 at home from a team who's 500. Now, normally I'm fading these kind of situations. Like Monday Night Football, we're going to hang a jersey for some guy. I'm taking a road team. In college, though, this kind of stuff carries over. You're going to get, pumped up crowd, all that good stuff. So I don't hate this. Lonnie Baxter. Not Ronnie. Stevie Franchise. He actually might be there. Those are just the names I've read coming to tonight's show. All right, well, the Terps. Oh, Maryland basketball. I can't. Boy, I remember these guys just because it was like the I think the '90s edition, right? Late '90s, early 2000s. Michael B. Sean Strickland decision in UFC plus 560. Go to distance minus 130. You keep your UFC. Not for me. I'm just busting your chops about CV franchise. I remember franchise. The rumor was that if the Nets got that number one pick and franchise was drafted by the Nets, that LeBron would have went to the Nets. That was Star Ledger talking back in the day. I think Calipari was running the show back then. I think Calipari was running the show. I gotta see if I can find some old stuff like that. Anyway, get out of here. So listen, picks are in the comments section. iHeartRadio after the fact. We do have 20 games tomorrow in college basketball, 21. We'll come back for a look at lines today. Look at my guy Lex is in the house. Here we go. 17-leg Lex. No, franchise wasn't. No. Oh, you're right, Michael. It was John Wall. It was John Wall because that's the Calipari connection. That's the Calipari connection I was thinking about. It was John Wall, not franchise. It was John Wall. Thank you. Yes. See? Good. Look at that. You see something and just flip some memory switch. Maryland Dew back in the day was classic. That was when Maryland was in the Big East. Was Maryland in the Big East back in the day? No. Maryland was in the Big East. Maryland basketball, no way. Maryland basketball was never in the Big East. That had to be some whack ass Big East back then. And listen, I remember when they first went to when Louisville came to town out of, original Big East. How about I'm on this little page here. Associate members of the Big East: University of Akron for men's soccer, University of Denver for men's lacrosse and women's lacrosse, Liberty for field hockey, Old Dominion for field hockey, Quinnipiac and Temple all for field hockey. All right, there's Louisville. We knew that. Rutgers, Cincinnati for lacrosse. Florida, there we go. Let's put Florida back in it. Membership timeline. Here we go. UConn. Old Dominion was in the beginning. That's lacrosse. Again, you need men's sports. Here we go. So, where is the old basketball? Swimming and diving? I don't care about that. Denver. Denver won the Big East lacrosse for 5 straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight years. Oh boy. Where is this? Membership timelines for Big East splits. Cincinnati, that's it. Cincinnati, DePaul, Louisville, Marquette, South Florida. Notre Dame was in the Big East for basketball for a little bit. I like the Requiem for Big East on ESPN 30 for 30. Rockets had the first pick the year after the Dream retired. Is that what it was? Okay, yeah, that's how they got Francis. Yeah, it got me totally confused here with Maryland. But yeah, John Wall, Calipari's with the Nets are like if they would have got that pick, it would have been he would have went or something. Oh, the Nets. The Swamp Dragons. You can still find articles about the Nets becoming the Swamp Dragons. We're out of here. 40 minutes. Back tonight with Look At Lines. Have a good Saturday. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.